complete because, well, Charlotte is supposed to join us at 8:15. She's in class here in Guayaquil, so she's gonna come to my office to have classes with you guys. And Claudia, she seems to be disconnected. She's not connected. So will be good to start the classes. And today, Martin and Sebastian, you have to make the presentation. And tomorrow, the presentation is going to be in charge for the three students, no? Gabby, Claudia, and Charlotte, they have to prepare and make the presentation for tomorrow. That tomorrow is going to be the last presentation, and tomorrow I will present the project that we have at the end, evaluation for the course, which you have to present until April 11th. That's gonna be the last day that you have to present or make submit the final project, no? And after April 11th, I will revise all the projects, and you will have the grade for to continue with English 3, no? Are you with me, guys?
Yes.
Okay, great. So yeah, after
I don't, Daniel.
Yes. Yes, sir.
I can hear you clear.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, because the voice is not clear.
Well, I was saying that the final project, well, tomorrow is the last day of presentations, and then I will give you tomorrow all the information for the final project. The final project you have to present until April 11th. That's gonna be the last day that you have to upload in the virtual classroom the final project.
Okay.
Okay.
The final project is the strategy.
Yes, you are going to choose a strategy for a company, and then you have to explain, no? It's gonna be, well, the choice of the strategy, then you have to define what kind of a strategy is this one, and how are you going to apply this strategy in a company or in a business, and then which one is gonna be your plan for the strategy, and then the evaluation, no, the results that you have in that strategy. So it's not a big or long project, but it's something that you have to do, and it's something that you have to create for a business, for a company, or the place that you work. Okay?
Okay.
Very good.
You say tomorrow I present with Claudia and Charlotte.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the three of you have to make the presentation. So Gabby, you can be in charge of contact Claudia and Charlotte. Charlotte and Claudia are part of the WhatsApp group that we have. So it will be good if you try to connect with them and try to work, divide the topic of the presentation, and then just present tomorrow. No?
Okay.
Okay? Well, thank you very much, Gabby. All right, so let's start with the presentation. I think that Martin and Sebastian, I don't know if you're ready. So if you're ready, we can start with the presentation.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. We are waiting for Martin and Sebastian to make the presentation.
Oh, okay.
Sebastian, Martin, are you here?
Yes, Martin has the first part of the presentation.
Okay. Martin,
Daniel, if you see the chat, maybe Martin is not in the group.
he is in the group. Hello?
Hello?
Martin, yeah, you are part of the group. Just start your presentation, please.
Okay, okay. Do you can see the screen?
No. Okay, now I can see your screen.
Do you can see the screen? In this...
Yes?
Yes.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Daniel. Hi, my friends. I am going to talk about the chapter number 36. This is a strategic choice. Okay. Introduction. Strategic choice is the next logical element in the strategic decision-making process. A good strategic choice have to be challenging and how to gain a competitive advantage, but also achievable and within the resource capabilities of the organization. Every company has a certain amount of resource available to it, among them financial resource, human resource, productive capacity, and distribution channels. Strategic choice are the specific steps a company intends to take to deploy their resources. Your strategic choice could include determining what products and services to sell, where to sell them, and how to sell them, and what target markets to sell them to. Okay, what is the importance of a strategic choice? Whether a business success or fails depends in large measure on the strategic choice made by the owner. The most successful companies can allocate a scarce resource to the projects that have the greatest positive impact on revenue growth or improvements in productivity and efficiency that can increase profit margins. For example, spend large amounts of time and money introducing a product that turns out to have a very limited market is an example of a bad strategic choice. And anticipate a change in consumer tastes and introducing a service to take advantage of that change before competitors do is an example of a good strategic choice.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
No. Gabi? Gabi?
Yeah.
Is Gabi here? Okay, Martin, let's continue.
Okay. Ansoff matrix. The Ansoff growth matrix is a marketing planning tool that helps a business determine its product and market growth strategy. The Ansoff growth matrix is a marketing planning tool that helps a business determine its product and market growth strategy. Ansoff matrix represents the different options open to a marketing manager when considering new opportunities for sales growth. He considered that the two main variables in strategic marketing decisions are the first is the market in which the firm was going to operate, and the second variable is the product intended for sale. In terms of the market, a manager has two options. The first is to remain in the existing market, and the second is to enter new ones.
Okay.
In terms of the product, the two options are selling existing products or developing new ones. When put on a matrix, these options can be presented as shown in the figure. Okay, market penetration is clear.
Yes.
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 It's clear.
Okay, continue. I am continuing. Market penetration. Market penetration is the name given to a growth strategy where the business focuses on selling existing products into existing markets. Market penetration seeks to achieve four main objectives. First is maintain or increase the market share of current products. This can be achieved via a combination of competitive pricing strategies, advertising, sales promotion, and perhaps more resources dedicated to personal selling, for example. The second is secure dominance of growth markets. Other is restructure a mature market by driving out competitors. This will require a much more aggressive promotional campaign supported by a pricing strategy designed to make the market unattractive for competitors. Another is increase usage by existing customers. For example, could be introduced by introducing loyalty exchange.
Mhm. Guys, any questions?
No.
No? Okay. Remember that everything that we are checking right now is something that you have to implement in your final project, no? So if you have any questions, any doubts about something, you can ask. Okay, Martin, let's continue.
Okay. Uh, market development. Market development. Sorry. Okay. A market development is the name given to a growth strategy where the business seeks to sell its existing products into new markets. There are many possible ways of approaching this strategy. These include new geographical markets, for example, exporting the product to a new country. Other is a new product dimension or packaging. For example, other is new distribution channels. For example, moving from selling via retail to selling using e-commerce and mail order. Market development is a more risky strategy than market penetration because of the targeting of new markets.
Okay, very good. Then we have the product development too, no?
Okay, yes. Product development is other strategy. Product development is the name given to a growth strategy where a business aims to introduce new products into existing markets. This strategy may require the development of new competencies and requires the business to develop a modified products which can appeal to existing markets. A strategy of product development is particularly suitable for a business where the product needs to be differentiated in order to remain competitive. A successful product development strategy places the marketing emphasis on research and development and innovation. detailed insights into customer needs and how they change. And other is being first to market.
Okay.
Other strategy is diversification. Diversification is the name given to the growth strategy where a business markets new products in new markets. This is a inherently more risk strategy because the business is moving into markets in which it has little or no experience. For a business to adopt a diversification strategy, therefore, it must have a clear idea about what it expects to gain from the strategy and an honest assessment of the risks. However, for the right balance between risk and reward, a marketing strategy of diversification can be highly rewarding.
Okay.
Okay, evaluation of ANSOP's matrix. The ANSOP matrix is one of the more popular analytical tools for business. It offers an easy way of understanding a company's present position relative to its products and markets. At the same time, it also enables an organization to chart its direction and determine what appropriate strategies for growth should be taken. While it has its own limitation and inherent rights. This can be overcome by careful analysis and with the help of the other analytical tools available. Other technique or tools is force field analysis. Force field analysis is a technique for identifying and analyzing the positive factors that support a decision, driving force, and negative factors that constrain it, restraining force. For example, driving force could be increased market share, increased revenue, obtain customers in another market segment, and generate economies of scale for production. And restraining force, for example, is cost rise, divert sales from current, damage corporate image, and upset business partners.
Mhm.
Okay, conducting a force field analysis. The first is analyze the current situation and the desired situation. Before, sorry, after is list all of the factors driving change towards the desired situation. The third is list all of the constraining factors against change towards the desired situation. After is allocate a numerical score to each force, indicating in this step is important indicate the scale or significance of each force. For example, 1 is equal extremely weak and 10 is equal extremely strong.
Yeah.
Other is, before is the next step is chart the force on the diagram with driving force on the left and restraining force on the right. The next step is total the scores and establish from this whether the change is really viable. Is it worth going ahead? If yes, if the answer is yes, then the next stage is very important. The next step is discuss how the success of the change or proposed decision can be affected by decreasing the strength of the restraining force and increasing the strength of the driving forces.
Okay, all of these are the steps, no?
Yes. Yes, these all this is the steps of conducting a force field analysis.
Okay, great.
Okay, this is an example of force field analysis. Then the figure shows such a diagram for the decision to introduce a big new IT system for the administration department of a business. For example, in the right, we have the force for change or driving forces. For example, increased administrative efficiency, the score is 3. Other is improved customer service, the score or qualification is 3. Other is improved internal communications, the score is 2. Improved supplier communication, the score is 2. The total score in driving forces is 10. Okay, in the other side, we have the restraining forces. For example, cost of IT system and training, the score is 4. Staff loss is the score is 3. Staff concerned about new technology, the score is 2. And environmental impact or new technology, the score is 2. The total score in the restraining forces is equal to 11. At present, it can be seen that the force against the new IT system are greater than those that are positive towards it. 11 and 10. 11-10. Forcing through this decision without responding to this analysis could be very unwise. People may be uncooperative and resistant if change enforced through with no attempt to reduce the forces against change. These possible management strategies include, in this example, staff. For example, staff could be trained. This increase cost by 1. To help eliminate fear of technology, reduce staff concern about new technology. -2. Other strategy could be, it will be important to show staff that change is necessary for business survival. These add a new force in favor. For example, +2. Staff could be shown that new IT equipment will introduce new skills and interest to their jobs. These add a new force in favor too. For example, +1. Managers could raise wages to reward staff for higher productivity. This increased cost +1, but reduce cost by loss of staff in minus
Minus
2.
1, P minus 2.
Yes. It machines, other strategy, it machines could be selected that are more energy efficient, environmental impact, new technology, it could be -1. This change will swing the balance of the force files analysis from the original that from the original that 1110 against two 13
13.8.
13A, yes, in favor of the decision. Okay, evaluation of force file analysis. This technique is widely used in change situation for the reasons given. Yet it has two main limitations as a strategic choice method. The first is unskilled or inexperienced managers could fail to identify all of the relevant force involved in the change process. And the second is the allocation of numerical values to the driving and constraining force is rather subjective. For example, two managers independently undertaking the same force, file analysis could arrive at rated different values for the forces and consequently propose different decisions based on their assessment. Okay, I finish my part.
Okay. Martin, considering the two force, well, the force field analysis and the, well, and the ANSOP's matrix, which one do you consider is best for you?
For me,
Yeah, for you.
in the force field analysis,
Yeah, we have two ways that you explain, no? The one is the ANSOP's matrix, when you
yes,
have to, yeah, and the other one is the
is force field
field
analysis.
analysis. Which one do you consider is the best to analyze for a company
For
business?
for me, the best technique or the best option is ANSOP matrix.
Why?
Because it's more simple. It's more simple and force force field analysis is more complex.
Okay. Okay, but talking about
Depends the case.
Mhm.
For example, ANSOP matrix. I think the technique used for the mar the for example the marketing department.
Okay, for the production department or marketing department, no?
Marketing department, yes.
All right. Okay, yeah, Martin, thank you. Gabi, Sebastian, do you have any questions before Martin finishes his presentation?
No.
No question, it's
No
clear.
questions? Everything is clear? All right, great. So thank you, Martin. Let's continue with Sebastian.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Thank you, Martin.
Daniel, I have a question. The the final evaluation is the project. This project is in a Word document,
Yeah, it could be in a Word document, yes.
and we must upload the virtual classroom, the project in the virtual classroom.
Yes, we are going to work. Tomorrow I will give you some steps that you have to follow for the final project. So you have to work in a document, and then you have to upload that document in the virtual classroom.
Okay,
That's gonna be the final project.
because in the virtual classroom it indicate the final evaluation is resolve three activities.
It's changed. It's
It
changed now.
changed.
Yeah, it's changed now. I changed today.
Okay.
Uh,
Thank you.
yeah, you're very welcome. Did everybody
Okay.
can see the presentation on the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Sebastian, can you change?
Yes. I,
Okay, you have the control to change.
okay. Maybe. Mm, uh-oh.
Sebastian.
Yes, I can share my presentation.
Your presentation is on the screen.
Yes, I see the presentation.
Yeah, the
Yes,
presentation
me
is
too.
there.
My computer, I don't.
Now you change.
I was the one. I was the one to change. I was the one to change. But
Ah,
you have the control, Sebastian. Can you see the presentation, Sebastian?
No, in my computer, I don't see my presentation. I don't know.
Okay. Present one more time.
Present. Okay. Um,
but I don't see the screen.
Good night, teacher. Good night, students. I'm going to talk about.
No, but the presentation is not on the screen. You have to present, Sebastian. Share. You don't have to send the document to me. You have to open in your screen.
Only put the option is share screen.
Yes, share screen.
Is the first option.
Yeah,
Yes.
present desktop for share screen. Yes. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. The decision trees is basically a diagram with the scenarios and fine and poor. The concepts decision tree, a diagram that sets out the option connected with a decision and the outcomes and economic returns that may result. Main feature of business decision. Oh, this is one problem. I don't have the diagram. Sorry, wait a minute. For main future business decision, all of the options open to manager, and the second, the different possible outcomes, the change of these outcomes occurring, and economic return from these outcomes. Construction of decision trees and diagram from the left to right. Each branch represents an option. Decision points are denoted by squares or nodes, and decision points are denoted by squares. These are decision nodes. A circle shows the range of outcomes may result from a decision, a change node. Probabilities are shown alongside each of these possible outcome numerical values. economic return the expected financial gains or losses. It's basic and diagram based on results. Definition the expected value. The likely financial results of an outcome obtained by multiplying the probability of an event occurring by the forecast economic return if it does occur. For example, therefore, the expected value of tossing and coin and winning $5 comes down head is 0.5 multiplication of $5 total 2.50 cents. In effect, the average return, if you repeat this a number of times, will be to win 2.50. This is the expected value. The purpose of decision 3 is to show the option which gives the most beneficial expected value is a probability and expected value. My advantage of decision 3 is encourage logical thinking and discussion amongst managers. An easy to follow diagram allows for numerical consideration of risk and economic returns to be included. And for last, the fourth decision must to consider all of the options and variables related to a decision. Evaluation of decision. Three limitation. The accuracy of the data used. Probability may based on past data, but the circumstance may change. And decision trees cannot replace the consideration of risk or the impact of non-numerical qualitative factors. It's very important for a business is the start the strategy or observe the economic returns from the alternative options. And the last, the expected values are average returns. And for explain the diagram, the case study, the page 642 is a restaurant owner consider her option. An introduction. The introduction, the young one has restaurant that is very busy and large time, so she is considering to expand. So she has two choices. One is double the size of restaurants, expand the restaurant to appeal to higher income market segment, which cost to 200,000. The other option is to build a smaller extension that will cost 75,000. And her third option is to do nothing, but she is afraid that her customers will get tired of waiting and will go to another restaurant. Is the diagram, for example, is the diagram a big extension? The cost to 200,000. A small extension and second option is 75,000. And third option is do nothing. And the cost is zero. For calculate expect value at the node for the big extension is multiplication. In the case, the first, and the big extension, 0.5 multiplication for $30,000 plus 0.5 is 330,000 is the total. And number B, net return or expect value subtracting the cost of big extension, 330,000 minus 75,000, and total is 130,000. Is the case number one, the big extension. Is the calculate. And number C, expect value and not for the small extension. The cost 75,000 is 0.2 multiplication $40,000 multiplication for 200,000. The total is 168,000. If the expected net return is 168,000 minus the cost 75,000, as a total 93,000. In this case, advise John on which option she will take. Your answer should consider the result from number one and any other information that you consider very important. The option that should take depend on how easily finance can be secured at John's personal preference and her attitude toward risk. Analyzing question number one, the decision tree analysis showed that big extension has higher expect value and that it offers more expect value than the extension, about 40%. If the big extension is a success, John will have profit 400,000. We represent 200 returns on the invest, but her chance of success is only 30%, so don't fail. In the conclusion, John doesn't like to take risks, so she has the option of doing nothing, and another is to build the big extension. That is also a good opportunity for her to have a bigger restaurant and higher price. However, as she is talking alone, she has the risk of not being able to pay if she doesn't succeed with the big extension. So I would advise her to have the small extension because it will cost less, will not have to target a higher income market, and it will be less risk is not successful.
Okay, so she will have two options, no? To do nothing or to take the big extension, the option number two.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, Martin and Gabi, do you have any questions about this? Is a very simple exercise, not just to give an example. How do you make decisions, taking into considerations about how to do the decision tree? In the book, we have more options explaining how do you do the process of the decision tree to decide about a good strategy to implement in your business. So it could be in the production process or in the marketing process or in the decision making that the owner or the general manager has to make in the company. Guys, do you have any questions?
No.
Daniel,
Yes, sir.
This method or the decision tree is a diagram use it to determine a course of action or show a statistical probability. It's true.
It's true, yes. This is a probability that it takes. We check, for example, in the other processes, no, in the answers matrix, and we check in the other process, which is the force field analysis. In those cases, we take only names, we can say, no? We give some numbers
Yes.
and we qualify. But in this case, in the decision tree, you take real numbers, real information that you can apply in your business to take the best decision according to numbers and according to the income or that you can get in your company. So the decision tree is another way of take decisions in a company, especially when you have numbers and you have references how to apply this strategy in a business. So in my opinion, all the strategies that we have, the three methods that we have to take in consideration strategies are very valid. It depends according to the situation, it depends according to the business, and it
Yes.
depends according to the department that has to take the decisions. So I agree with Martin that you say it depends about the business, no? Or it depends about
Yes.
the department to making decisions. It's true. It depends about the business, it depends about the department, and it depends about the references of the numbers that you have in the department about the decision of the method that you would like to apply in a company to accomplish or to choose the best strategy for you. So depending about this, you have to apply.
So the difference between force field analysis and decision tree is in the force field analysis the scores or the values the manager put, and the decision tree the value or the scores are really.
Exactly. Yeah, you are completely correct. In the force field analysis, it depends about the decision or the opinion of the manager. Okay, so if the manager decides that the driving forces, he gave some numbers to qualify those driving forces from 1 to 10. So he decided which one is most important for him or for the company. But this could be a perception. It's not something that anyone is going to perceive a driving force or a restraining force in the same way.
It's
One
subjective.
is subject, exactly, subjective. All right. But in the other one, in the decision tree, you have real numbers. You have which one is going to be the cost of applying any kind of a strategy. If you want to make small or big or do nothing, but you have numbers which to consider a part of the real exercise. Right?
Okay.
So as you said before, the one is subjective and the other one is real.
Real.
Uh-huh. Those are the differences.
Okay.
So at the same time, the advantages could be that the decision tree is more real, no? It's more real the decision that you will take because you are applying real numbers according to the decisions that you will take in the company. And the other one is a little bit subjective, but at the same time, it depends, no? Because if the manager has has the power to take decisions, he's going to decide which one is the method that he would like to apply in a company.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Gabi, any
In
question?
two techniques, the results are quantitative.
Yes, both are
In the
both are quantitative, because you have to measure numbers. Any time that you have measures, you have numbers, and you decide from numbers, those are quantitative methods.
Because in the first technique, answer matrix, the results are more qualitative.
Qualitative, yes, because you qualify, you see or you check the qualitative options that a company has to give a qualitative application, we can say. In the number two, in the force field analysis, you take qualitative characteristics, but
And quantitative.
you quantify those qualitative strategies.
Yes.
Right? So you take qualitative characteristics, but you quantify those qualitative strategies.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And in the last one, everything is quantitative. All right? You take the options and you quantify it according to real numbers that you have of the company. Gabby, any question?
No.
Everything clear?
Yes.
Sebastian?
It's clear.
It's clear. Okay. Guys, thank you very much for your presentations. Thank you very much, Martin, for your presentation, and thank you very much, Sebastian, for your presentation. The homework, the homework that we are going to make, we are going to do for tonight, as Sebastian presented the case study number 1. So everybody is going to make the case study number 2. Because Sebastian presented the case study number 1. So the revision case study number 2 is the one that we are going to make, and then we are going to do the evaluation. The case study is going to be open until 10 o'clock, and the evaluation is going to be open until 11 o'clock. So you can start working in the case study, and after you finish the case study, you can continue with the evaluation, which is going to be open until 11 o'clock tonight. All right?
If not possible.
Okay, Daniel, I have one question. Daniel, sorry, Sebastian and me, we have we make the case study number 2 only. The evaluation. No.
Yeah, not the evaluation. No, you know that the evaluation is not for you guys, but
only upload the presentation in the virtual classroom.
Yes, please upload the PowerPoint presentation, which I'm going to open right now. But Gabby, Claudia, and Charlotte, they have to make the presentation. I'm sorry, the case study and
Evaluation.
And the evaluation, no? So Martin and Sebastian, you can upload the PowerPoint presentation right now, and then you can continue working in the case study number 2. And the evaluation is going to be open until 11 o'clock for Claudia, Charlotte, and Gabby.
Okay.
Okay. It's possible that move the hour for the case study and the evaluation, because it's too close.
Okay, I'm going to put until 12 o'clock.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Daniel.
Okay, so it's going to be open until 12 o'clock for you to upload the case study and the evaluation, no?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Guys, have a good night. I will see you tomorrow. Gabby, don't forget to contact Charlotte and Claudia to make the presentation for tomorrow. And I will see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, guys, have a good night. Thank you very much for your presentations. Thank you very much for your time, and I will see you tomorrow.
Okay, Daniel, I
Daniel,
see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.